Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing here? It's about 7:30 in the morning here in Chicago. A few minutes here. 10th of July. Futures are Nasdaq's a little lower here this morning. We got some text moving to the downside again. We got Micron coming down. SanDisk coming down. Western Digital, STX, Storage Technologies. Some of those names. The Cloudflare stocks are hanging in there. We talk about IBM, SAP, Qualcomm, Salesforce, Snowflake, Oracle. So we're kind of looking at that group a little bit as well. Um, so Intel's a little lower here. AMD and Marvel a little lower here this morning on their semis as well. All right, so Qs. Here we are, 7:21:22. We're going to be stuck inside day here. All right, jumping around here, but we're going to be inside day on the triple Qs. SPY sitting around yesterday's highs, 751, 751.76. The actual number was 751.97. And you're 751.63 right now. All right, so sitting around yesterday's highs as well. Diamonds coming back down here, punched up to 526.13, and it's coming right back to yesterday's highs at about 525.50. All right, so pretty quiet. Pretty hot. Market's coming in pretty quiet. Not too much going on here. A lot of unchanged. I gotta say, I went through a lot of stocks here in the last couple of days, and I think the reason why the markets are being like they are is that we have an absolute plethora of inside months. All right, in almost every sector. Okay, and what do we have on the Qs? Inside month, and we got SPY inside month. Okay, so this is not good for trading. All right, this is not the best. Okay, this is probably a time where you just kind of want to take it back a little bit and say, okay, look at, we got a lot of things that are trapped inside monthlies, and it's just going to cause for chaos. All right, so that's my thoughts. Keeping my positions a little easy right now, easy peasy. There's nothing to really go running after here. All right, but a couple things that we got that are kind of moving this morning. We got EQPT coming back up. I don't know what this thing does. 1735 here coming down. This thing's been down, 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 and down. All right, but here she is at 1741. All right, not taking out the 2-day, but you're taking a day up here on EQPT. All right, let's see if that one can get something going on there. All right, we got EQPT. What else? We got Coinbase is better here. Bitcoin still going higher here. All right, so closed at 158.44. We're trading at 165.80. We're going to have a gapper up here. All right, 165. We're taking out the 2-day, but not the 3-day. So we'll see if we can get after that 3-day. Coinbase better this morning. Robinhood is better this morning. All right, 115. Closed at 115.11. Did get up to 117.62. Overnight, it got up to as high as 119.60. And then she coming back inside there. All right, so Robinhood looking to take day up. Meta, better. All right, Meta's better. Meta's taking in the big 3-day and trying to get some more here at 652. So expansion to the upside here, and we're going to be coming up into the 652 range up in here. So taking out all this, let's take a look at a bigger picture on this one. All right, so coming back up here, 643. There's a gap to be filled here, believe it or not. Looks like, might have came back in here. I like to go closer to where it actual broke. So 662 if you want to get all the way back up there. But again, around 652.50 right now. All right, so we're going to be right in this area here. We will be coming into the lows of these here right here. We'll see what Meta has to say about that. All right, so Meta, a little better definitely this morning. And then I think you got a little Netflix move in there too, right? Just a tad, not much. Let's see where that thing's at. It moved up to 76.42, and now it's pulled back in at 75.49. But either way, that looks like she takes up. We're watching that Roblox too. It could go rogue. 56.70 now. All right, so still trying to get out of this whole area out of here. And I still think that there's going to be a hard time to get out of that. All right, but Roblox, that's your XLC Communications, and we'll go through the groups there at the end. All right, so Roblox, what else do we got here that we got moving? We got Baba, man. All right, Baba taking another step up here. All right, with the two up gap up holding now, and yesterday's highs were 112.17, so we've taken that out as well, guys. So Baba, there you go with that nice week now in the inside month cooking. It's just like everybody else. You're inside. All right. So we'll see. This one's better here. It looks like it might start to catch some wind behind it, but we'll see about that. And then Billy's a little better this morning too, but not great. Yesterday's highs were 1786. All right, and here we are trading 1779. Not much to talk about there. And then JD, where you at? 2787, 2824. We got another day up here on JD. China's maybe finally starting to move here, but we'll keep an eye. I like the 212 on the week here, guys. This looks really good. All right, with that inside month again. All right, so JD, a little better there. Um, and Microsoft is a little bit better here this morning. And I got to say that Microsoft is definitely better again here. All right, so software getting a little better here. 387 now. So that's going to take day up. Let's see what yesterday's highs were. 384.56. So we're about $3 higher. Not getting out of that 3-day, but that would be the target you'd be looking for if you're in Microsoft. All right, so Microsoft is better. I want to talk about MAGS, MAGS, which is the MAGS 7. The band is kind of getting it together here. Look at the outsider that they gave us yesterday. All right, so MAGS looking to make a 2-2 up here, 2-2 up on the month. This is where we want to do. We want to be trading things that are doing this up here. All right, so MAGS is kind of like the ETF of the MAG 7. But when you take a look at this group, maybe the band is getting back together again here. Still inside month on Tesla, like everybody else. Inside week on Tesla, and had a nice 2 up yesterday. Okay, 408. It's taking day up. Okay, it ain't going anywhere to 419 in that area anytime, but she's moving up. All right. Tesla, a little better here. Apple has been running. All right. Apple's already been moving to the upside. A lot of guys calling for 400 on this thing. 311, I think, is a good spot if you can get it down there inside on the month. 2-2 up on the week. But Apple's much better. Looking to take that one up. That is in your mag. That is in your mag 7 as well. Google might be, no, Google's not bad. Kind of stuck inside again. I mean, everything is stuck inside. And Rob would say, A lot of people don't trade inside month, and we got a boatload of them, and that's why the markets are acting the way they are. All right, so two up here, but drops back in on Google. This one is still not good, not right there, but that one could turn around and get a little bit better. And then we did look at Meta, but it's still in that group. All right, so we know that Meta is good to go. Meta's definitely making that move to the upside there. All right, so Meta better. What's the other ones that we have here? Another one that is problematic is Amazon. Amazon's so due a day. I gotta say that, and it had a day yesterday. All right, a doozy of a day. Can that go into force today? 247.81 right now. That is taking day up on your 2 hour. All right, Amazon. Maybe it's time for it to start moving back to the upside. All right, so Amazon and your inside month. Getting it? All right, and it's early in the month. All right, so we got to look at them all month. So we're going to keep an eye on them as we go, especially on the groups that we think that are important or things that we think, we got a lot of 2-2 week up, and then we got like months stuck inside. There's a lot of them. All right. So Amazon, it's taken day up. So I can say about this morning. All right. So Google, uh, Microsoft, Meta, Tesla, Amazon, and Apple, and we got a laggard here, NVIDIA. All right, NVIDIA's trying to get back here right now. Got up to 202.29. Yesterday's highs were inside. So you're coming in with an inside day, with an inside month, and a two up on the week. All right. So you get where I'm coming from. They ain't getting out of there anytime soon. All right. Let the week do the lifting, I guess, is the way it's looking here, right? All right. So we'll look at that group. I think is getting better. I don't think I'd be running after that anything right now, but I think that Nvidia, with the two up on the week and stuck inside month, again, I got a plethora of inside months all over the place. Discretionaries, all of them. Almost every single sector has a boatload of inside months. All right, so this is going to make for some horrible trading. All right, we got everything trapped inside like this, and we got the futures, SPY and Qs inside month as well. So that's why you're going to see choppy markets here. All right, who knows for this whole month here now. All right, and it's early in the month with a bunch of guys inside month, so plenty of time for them to do it one way or another way. Okay, so Nvidia trying to pop back up on the overnight a little bit here. I do think this Mag 7 is firming up a little bit, and the Mags had that 3 outside day, and we had that Amazon 3 outside day. We'll see if those guys can help the other guys. All right. What else here? We'll go through some of the sectors. So yesterday, for the week, I'm just going to say here, still leading with the charge on the week is energy. Now, energy's not doing anything this morning. Pretty quiet this morning. All right, but what is XLE here? 55.05. All right, so you're going to be inside day on this one. All right, for the week, though, and then you got XLV, believe it or not, is still the best one for the week. This is a 2 up on the month, so these are the ones we want to trade. Okay, 2 up. We got no insiders, no actionables on this one at all. So XLV is a little bit better there. XLF, 3-2 up. Banks are good. Okay, we can trade those. Those are good. All right, and that's for the weekly. All right, XLU utilities are trying to get it back together here on your XLUs. All right, and We're 2 down yesterday. Shooter down on month, but it is a 2, thank God. And then you got a shooter coming back down on the week. So this thing could reverse and get back up. This group they're still pretty good in that group. They were up almost 1% yesterday, but 1% is 1%. All right, so XLK is in a paltry 5th spot at technology, and we know that the ones we just talked about this morning, we got Micron lower, we got SanDisk lower, we got Western Digital, we got Storage, STX. So we got Intel's a little bit higher this morning. Cisco's unchanged. I mean, I went through a lot of them, and they're not really doing anything. All right, and XLK is being outperformed by SanDisk and all these other guys too. So you can't really rely on XLK right now either, because that's kind of a bogus trend there, I think. All right, and then after that you kind of fall off in consumer defensive. So my staples. They did rally back a little bit at the end of the day, but XLP kind of fell apart here back down. All right, so opportunity comes when you see the staples come down. All right, so coming back down here right now, we closed near them lows. We're 83.20. We're going to be inside there. We'll see what happens with that one. I still like, I think still Kroger's good holding up there because you got a 2. You could go outside. It's still early in the month. That could happen. It's sitting on the highs. Kroger has been moving pretty nice. And then Monster yesterday had a monster day. No pun intended. Nice day yesterday, I gotta say. All right, that's a decent day. It got a 2 because it got the lower low. And here she is back up at the highs here on the 2 hour again. So Monster seems to be hanging in pretty good. Yeah, Coca-Cola's up there. I gotta say, the group is pretty decent. They are starting to. You're losing your week and you're losing your month on a lot of these things right now. Here, Kimberly Clark. There you go, Kimberly Clark. It's giving up the month. All right, that can be returned around. All right, Coca-Cola. All right, Coca-Cola, shoot her back down. I mean, that could be going for you. There's a lot of them that have kind of fallen here. All right, Pilgrim Pride on your chickens. That's a 2-1. I got to say, out of the entire group, there's only 2 stocks that are down on month. And Costco is definitely one of them. All right, Costco, that's definitely one. OST, Costco. There you go. That is a 2 down on the month. And then we got Post for your cereal. 2 down on the month there. All right. And we got Pepsi, a potential to join that party to the downside. All right. Oh, no, it's 3. It went outside. Okay. So it's outside with the shooter down. All right. So let's see what that brings. All right. And other than that, some of the better ones are like Ulta. Ulta had a good day. And then SBH. All right. Being the beauty, man. Being the beauty. All right. Ulta, better. And Sally, what is that? Sally Beauty. All right. SBH. Sally Beauty Holdings. All right. So that one better. We got Dollar Tree. Shoot her down. All right. DG. Shoot her down. It's everywhere. All right. Most of them are still green. They've been taking it to the shed a little bit. We'll see what that group wants to do. Looking at industrials, same story here. Triple M, stuck inside month. Car, stuck inside month. Planet, stuck inside month. Lockheed Martin, sorry about that. LMT, stuck inside month. Shooter down. United Airlines. 2-1 inside. Okay. Travelers. IBM. Salesforce. It goes on forever. Okay. We have a plethora of stocks that are inside. Now, watch out for the cloud stocks. They might come back up. I see Salesforce over here poking its head up again. So keep an eye on those because they tried to switch out of the cloud stocks and go into the semis, and then the semis didn't work. So now they might just go running back here to these guys again. Oracle is trying to come up on the week, but it is weak. And that's been coming down pretty good too. I'd be looking for Oracle to turn around there. Still down, laying low on the month there. All right. And then we got IBM is a real champ. Easy to turn around on this guy, but you're still stuck inside. All right. So again, with all these inside months and every group, I went through all of them and discretionaries, Deckers. I just want you to see what's really going on here. Etsy. Looks good, though. All right. Macy's. Stuck inside. It's early in the month. Nike. Kroger. Ross Stores. It never ends. These are all discretionaries. All right. McDonald's. Airbnb. Jenny. TJ Maxx. DraftKings. All right. So every group has a lot of inside months. All right. So I want you to be cautious and be aware that there's a lot of garbage out there right now. All right. Materials and industrials were the two big losers for the week here as we get to finish the week here. Gold kind of fell back a little bit. Crude fell back a little bit. Crude's not doing too much. It's quiet. Look at up 20 cents. All right. War's back. Trying to keep the price of oil down. Trying to keep inflation down. This is what we're dealing with. All right. So have a wonderful day. And I'll try to get back during the day. All right. If I can't, I'll definitely get you something by the end of the day. All right. Be good. Be good.